One of the good things about politics and government, Mr. President, you've probably had this experience, is that you meet so many interesting people, and everybody's interesting in his own way. I've met people who are more famous than wise. I've met people who are more wise than famous. And I've met people who are both famous and wise. And one of the latter is what I'd like to talk about today. It's a gentleman by the name of Pat Shingleton. His name may not be famous here. It is back in Louisiana. But I can assure you that his virtues are. I want to honor the work of Pat Shingleton today. Pat is a Baton Rouge meteorologist, but he's also a longtime fixture in our community. He is retired. I think his last broadcast was Friday night. He has worked for 45 years, Mr. President. That's probably older than you, Mr. President. He's been reporting and trying to predict, and he has predicted with great accuracy, the weather in the Baton Rouge metropolitan community for 45 years. But Pat's experience covers a whole lot more than being a meteorologist, though he's one of the best I've ever seen in that regard. During his nearly half century of reporting the weather, Pat's not only covered more than 500 storms and hurricanes, but he's also hosted We Play Baton Rouge, a local game show, The Fifth Quarter, a sports show, Hotline After Dark, a local talk show where his guests, and I'm going to quote here, Mr. President, run the gamut from champion bodybuilders to beer brewers to duck callers. We're a very diverse people in Louisiana. Pat has a warm heart, and he cares for the state and the Baton Rouge community, and that's been on display for a lot of years, Mr. President. I'm not telling my people back home anything they don't already know. Pat's especially well known for being chairman of WBRZ Channel 2 in Baton Rouge, a prominent local station where Pat has worked for so long. Pat has worked hard as chairman of that station's Pat's Coats for Kids. Pat's Coats for Kids. And this program has, unfortunately, we have children in America and in Louisiana who are hungry and cold. You can't learn when you're hungry. You can't learn when you're cold. Pat's delivered hundreds of thousands, could be in the millions for all I know, of coats to kids whose parents can't afford to keep them warm in the winter. He's also created the, quote, Fill a Prescription for the Needy project, and he started Baton Rouge St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Wearing of the Green, it's called, which he continues to coordinate every single year. Pat's final broadcast took place Friday night, as I mentioned, January 29. That does not, I can assure you, knowing Pat Shingleton, that does not mark the end of his service to the people in Baton Rouge. I can say that with great confidence. I predict that Pat will continue to contribute as a community advocate, as a spokesperson at WBRZ. I predict he'll continue to champion all the charity projects that he's spearheaded for so many years. Now, when asked about his retirement, Pat said, and I'm going to quote, "I think we're all given a whole bunch of heartbeats. We're all given a whole bunch of heartbeats," Pat said. "And God gives us these heartbeats to do something good." What an elegant way of putting it. Pat's used his heartbeats pretty well, in my judgment. He's got a lot more to go, but he's done it for the good of our state, for the good of the Baton Rouge metropolitan community, And he's done it in the newsroom, and he's done it outside the newsroom. Pat says he's going to spend extra time with his family. Good for him. He's earned it, especially his 1-year-old grandchild. Look, we're going to miss his guiding hand through Louisiana's irreverent weather patterns. We may have to draft him back on a few occasions, but I want to wish him a joyful retirement to soak in all the perks of being a grandfather. Pat, thank you. Thank you for your hard work for the people of Baton Rouge. Thank you for your giving so much to the people of Louisiana for all of these 45 years. You're a good person, and you're a fine American. God bless you and your family. Thank you, Mr. President.